Hey everybody, Jim from Jim's Coleus. How's everybody's summer going? Going too fast if you ask me. July, before we know it, we're going back to school. All right, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ruin everybody's summer. So anyway, doing really well. Things are looking great in the greenhouse. My Coleus are exploding. The problem I'm having now is, again, if you're following along, you know I grow my 600 plus Coleus to sell at a farmer's market local in Bay Head, New Jersey, here in the New Jersey shore. Anyway, got rained out last week, so Thursday again I have the farmer's market, but forecast looks like thunderstorms again. So I'm gonna have a lot of cranky Coleus in here that are pushing themselves out. So there are a lot of growth, really beautiful. The weather's been perfect. We're getting a lot of rain, a lot of humidity, a lot of rain. And I'm going to show you my planters on my property and show you exactly what I mean. How just out of nowhere, within just a few short weeks, with some correct care, pruning, correct watering, and using Miracle Grow fertilizer, how you just keep your Coleus going. And it's not difficult. It's just those are the daily, or every other day or so, depending on the location of your Coleus. But we'll get into that when we get up to the plants. But so let's go inside and take a look at these Coleus. All right, so I have my multi-season garden here, and it's going crazy. I have some cactus, flowering cactus. They already flowered. And I have some butterfly bushes. They're going to be coming. They'll be flowering very, very soon. You can see the stalks coming in. All sorts of different plants. I have these Shasta daisies that are coming out, and soon I have these mammoth hibiscus, pink and white hibiscus. So they'll be coming out soon, and that's all leading up to my greenhouse here. Nothing fancy. I built this myself. Again, scroll through my long list of videos, and I actually did a video on how I built this. So very, very simple. So this is it. As I mentioned, the conditions have been beautiful, and my Coleus are just exploding. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I hope each week to sell more and more, so I have less and less to do. By the end of July, I'm tired. I really am. And it's been 90s today, but I keep a fan going. It's a little cooler now. I'd say it's about 91 out, but the sun is down. We're going to get a thunderstorm. But you can see, I have them organized. I have some here I'm still trimming. But lots of singles, kongs, hanging baskets. These are all my different arrangements, and these little buckets, and I just trimmed some of these, and that's the length I'm going to keep. What a beautiful color. Isn't that great? Just perfect with this bucket. And I just when I sell these, I just tell the people to trim them, keep them trimmed. And they're all exploding with seed stalks. You can see some seed stalks. A few of them I'm going to let the seed stalks grow, because there are a few varieties that I don't have seeds. So I have a few plants I'm saving for seeds. These two are the same. They're the same, so I don't have to worry about mixing them. But lots and lots of colors, different types, and you see, it's just all part of the maintenance. Different types of Coleus. It's very humid in here. It's just perfect conditions. That's beautiful. There's a giant Darth Vader. Look at my fishnets. Look at those beauties. Aren't they great? And those are all single pots. Well, doubles. I have them in two. I have a few singles, but these are beautiful. Here's a hanging basket. And as I always mention about my hanging baskets, I always put jitters in hanging baskets, and you can see why. They just drape down. They're perfect for hanging baskets. And these are trimmed a little bit. And you can see, now these are jitters also, but they're a little wider. Some of the branches are a little wider, and these can grow really tall, so I keep them at this height. I don't let them go any higher than the hook. But beautiful, beautiful hanging baskets. And here we go. There's another nice mixture, a nice red. I have 3 in here. It's very nice. Lots of nice color, a lot of variety. And there's a few smaller ones that are a little slow, but that's fine. I have time. I can't bring all of these to the farmer's market, so I bring a bunch. I mean, I fill up 2 huge tables. I bring as much as I can, and then some of the ones that are trimmed, that are still growing, I'll keep here, and those all, you know, obviously I'll bring as these get sold. So lots of work here. Very important at this point to use the, I use the Miracle Grow all-purpose mitt. I like this. I mix it in with the water. This is the water soluble Miracle Grow. I use this every 7 to 10 days. The more I water, the more, especially pots, you're going to lose some of the fertilizer. So 7 to 10 days, especially with these pots, one of the best things that I use to really make these explode. Very humid in here. It's about, again, 90. And it's a seed stalk. Really too much. I can't get to everything. It's so crowded in here. And there's some seeds. There's some Coleus in the back that I'm growing just for the seeds. This is beautiful. It's a little unusual. That's a Kong rose, but you can see it's got a very, very light pink center. And some of these have a really dark pink center with the white and green. And that's what I love about growing so many of them, is I get such a variety, and just you know, there'll be some changes in your Coleus. You'll get different characteristics. I mean, that is an Empire Kong. Those are pretty stable. If I grow a whole bunch of them, I usually get them, they all look like that, although some grow a little larger leaf, and but other than that, they're really eye-catching. So it's a lot of work at this point, but it's worth it. And again, the money I make here on YouTube and the money I make on the farmer's market, I take a portion of my earnings and I donate it to the USO and Wounded Warriors weekly. This is beautiful. This is like a jade. I just trimmed a bunch of these, but these are all ready to go. I mean, these are all ready to sell. I did have one sale, and I sold a bunch of these singles. And these are perfect now for sale. The characteristics are really coming out, so we're doing pretty well here, but crowded. All right, so let's go out to my property and I'll show you my planters. They're doing really, really well, and we still have a long growing season ahead. So as I mentioned, it's just the beginning of July. By the end of July, my planters are going to be unbelievable, and so are these. Whoever buys these are going to have beautiful, beautiful plants. So let's go and take a look. Okay, just right outside the greenhouse here. This is a Lord Voldemort. This was as you can see, you got some older leaves. This was a rooting that was in my living room in those glass jars. If you're following along, This was a rooting. This is one of the rootings. I need to water this. You can see now, just so you know, we're gonna get rain, so I'm not gonna water it, but it's dry. You can see it's dry. It's just for you, for people who are wondering, how do you know when it needs water? Good way to tell if you're not sure, if you're not sure how much you water, is dig down, and if it looks darker, if it's clearly moist, then you know you're good for another day or so. But this, if it wasn't going to rain tonight, I would water this right now, because I'm digging down and it's a little moist, but not really, and this gets a lot of sun, so I'm going to water this, but not now, because again, we're going to get a thunderstorm soon. And that's good. That's what makes this grow. And this is going to be fabulous Coleus. In another 2 weeks, it's going to be completely full. And remember, this was a rooting as well as these. And these are a little slower. These weren't the healthiest rootings, but they're doing fine. You can see some of these older leaves. I'm just popping them off. They're actually just coming off. They're kind of brittle. They're older. So that's it. That's how, and I do that every day. I come out here when I check all my plants and I see something, I do something. Yeah, they're kind of worn out, and they got a lot of new growth coming in. This is a beautiful little, it's still not ready to go, but it's a beautiful little arrangement. I love these Lord Voldemorts. They're really dark, the black, and they're very hardy. The leaves are very hardy, and these will withstand, you know, full sun. These are in full sun. So you'll find with Coleus, if certain Coleus that can withstand full sun will get darker. So that's why these have such dark leaves, because I have them in full sun. If I move them to a area that gets some shade, they will grow a little, maybe a little slower, but or not slower, but they may grow with a little different look. But you see a lot of growth coming in. This isn't that healthy. This one's kind of, got to take a look at that and watch that. So this definitely needs some water. So, but again, these are in full sun. So, but these are just outside my greenhouse. I'm just keeping an eye on these. These I want to try to get some seeds. So we're going to hit them with some bloom booster soon. Say now this is a jitters. Check out that. I love these. And I found that I grow a whole bunch of jitters, and I can't really, you know, specify the seeds. I grow a whole bunch, and a number of them have grown with this beautiful pink, and I love these, as opposed to the other ones from the hanging basket. Now it's the same, but it doesn't have that bright pink. It has red in the center, a little bit of pink fuchsia, but not quite as eye-grabbing as the other one. But it's the same Coleus, it's the same jitters. It just didn't develop with that color, the brighter color. It's just as beautiful. Well, I say it's just as beautiful. That's relative, what you really like, but it's a jitters. So that other one, to me, I love the other one more, but this is still beautiful. So okay, so here I am on my deck, and this is one of my planters. If you've been following along, you know these. And again, it's only early July, so we got lots of growing. I am already trimming this daily. I mean, I come out here every day almost. Got some seed stalks growing in, so I haven't decided what I'm doing with that yet. Some jitters. Of course, I got the kongs. I always put kongs in these because they're just beautiful, beautiful. Got a lot of, you're gonna see a lot of seed stalks coming in. So you snip them, just snip them off. And of course the jitters. So this gets a nice, it gets shade through the most day, gets filtered sunlight, and then in the afternoon it gets sun. And we'll go on to some other pots. This is beautiful, isn't it? And here's one I just created this one last week. And this one I'm gonna sell. I created this to sell. And by the end of July, this is going to be a huge planter. It's going to look really, really nice. And that's actually an old Coleus that somebody gave me. It was one of my wife's customers that I gave this plant to like 2 years ago. So she gave it to my wife. She just gave it to me last week. She said, it's sick. Please, can you help me? So I still have to work on this, but I'm getting some growth coming in. So we'll trim it down and we'll get it back to health. But beautiful, aren't these? Okay, now here's the other planter I have. Now again, with these planters, what I do, again, every day, I come out here every day. It's a daily thing. I, like everybody, have a routine. And I come out in my backyard and I look around, I see, and I'm constantly, if I see a leaf that's torn or maybe it's hanging down, I'll just pop it off, trim it, something sick maybe like that, I'll trim it, pop it off. Seed stalks, I don't want seed stalks yet, so just go around. So got some seed stalks going in there. We don't need seeds yet, and these are very aggressive seed stalk growers, so I'm not worried about that. We'll get plenty of seed stalks. Here's that leaf isn't doing too well, so we'll just pop that off. And you can see here's just some leaves from during the week. So got some Coleus back here to getting pushed out, so I got to trim this here. But you can see it's doing well. And I rotate these around. I'll move them around to give them a little chance to, because they're going to grow lopsided because they follow the sun. So, and then as you know, every once in a while I'll hit them with the scissors. As the summer progresses, in another 2 weeks or so, these are going to be they're going to explode even more. And I'm just going to give these a good cut down. And and they'll just keep growing. They just explode. Here's a beautiful hanging basket. Of course, this is Jitters. There's Empire Kongs. And again, just you see a leaf that needs to be popped off, just tear it. Something sick. It's not going to hurt the plant. It's just going to make it grow. Here, this one's kind of hanging out, a little too hanging down. It's kind of bringing it down. Here's a damaged leaf, just pop it off. Down here, that one just fell off. It's a beautiful, beautiful hanging basket. Jitters, if you're looking for a beautiful Coleus for hanging baskets, Jitters is the way to go. And here's another one by my driveway, some more Jitters. This is a little sick. Not sure what's going on with this one here. This is a Defiance, but it'll be all right. It'll come in. It's starting to get some seed stalks coming in here, so we're gonna keep an eye on that. See what happens. Kong, and again, I just mix a whole mix, and again, another couple of weeks, it's gonna be a fabulous, beautiful, beautiful Coleus. Okay, here's another one. This is a pot that I created. I just put this together last week, and this one I will sell at the farmer's market once it's completely full. And these look beautiful when they fill out with all this different color. And I generally, money's not really the issue, because I mean it is. It's not why I do this. I do it to earn money to donate to the wounded warriors in USO mostly. But anyway, just in general, I'll get around $30 to $40 for a planter this big, because they look so beautiful. Okay, if you remember those Saturns, here's the Saturn rooting. They're coming in. You see the top ones, how bright? That's that new growth. You can see like the bottom leaves are a little washed out, but that's all right. It's growing. The new growth means it's a healthy plant, and it's just starting to come into its own now. And once it gets to a point, it's just like, this is by my experience with these, it's like lighting the fuse. It's like lighting the fuse to a firecracker. They just explode. Saturn Coleus, beautiful. Okay, these finally, here are the fishnets, and I've been trimming these still a lot, but it's starting to fill in, and I'll get to it. It'll get to the point where it's just, again, it explode. The weather has been fabulous, the rain, and the fertilizer. Miracle Grow every 10 days. I hit it with Miracle Grow. Well drained pot, Miracle Grow potting mixture, and it's doing fabulously. And this gets a lot of sun. Here's my Froggy Friend, and he just has a couple of Coleus here holding on. I gotta trim that. Now check out this monster. Check that out. Is that beautiful or what? Now that is ready to go. I'm gonna bring this to the soup. This will be at the farmer's market. And what do you think? You think $40 is worth it? Would you pay $40 for this Coleus? I mean, it's gotten a lot of attention over the past few months by me. A lot of trimming and fertilizer, and look at this. That's beautiful. Okay, and here's another little pot that I created. Again, I did this last week, and we'll just let this go. You know, I'll trim it here and there if I see a leaf that's, because here it's just primarily fertilizer, rainwater. There's nothing better than rainwater. I mean, you can water your plants, you can fertilize them with Miracle Grow, but there is nothing I found like getting regular rain. Rain is, it's just amazing. I know it might sound a little awkward, but it is. It's amazing. So here we go. Here's my final one. And that's like a Jade. It almost has a electric lime green to it, but it's like a Jade. And I'm not really, I don't know the exact name of this one offhand. It's a very common Coleus, but it's a nice little mixture, a nice pot. And I just go around every day and trim what I need, make it look symmetrical so it looks like a nice arrangement. Seed stalks coming in all over the place, everywhere, trimming. And this is as high as I'm going to get this to go. That's as high as we'll allow that. And I just keep trimming the tops. Same with this. That's as high as we're going to let this go. I want a nice, symmetrical, compact Coleus, so you don't have to worry about it. I mean, these will grow and grow and grow, and then you end up worrying about breaking stems, especially if you're leaving these outdoors. Beautiful. Okay, so as you can see, I have a lot of Coleus to take care of, not just in here, but my property. So, and that's just makes for better Coleus growing, because I do it year after year, and I hope you're following along and you're watching all my videos as I repeat the very important topics over and over and over. Trimming, watering, making sure your pots are well drained, snipping off those seed pods early until you want to, if you're even looking to get seeds, you don't need them, snip them off. But taking care of your Coleus, you know, it's a lot of fun and a lot of work, and by the end of summer I'm done, and then I start selling my seeds. And if you're new to my channel, or if you're not sure, I do sell some seeds on eBay. It's called Jim's Coleus on eBay, but I don't start selling those until September. That's sort of how I do it. So anyway, that's Jim's Coleus on eBay. I don't have anything listed right now, so there wouldn't be anything if you looked it up. I have no listings. But anyway, keep doing what you're doing. Enjoy your summer. We'll shoot out another video in a week or so as we enjoy the balmy 90 degrees inside our greenhouse here. Got a storm coming in. It's ready to go. I can see it out west. I can see the clouds starting to roll in, so we're going to batten this down a little bit. And I hope everybody enjoys their summer. I hope everyone had a safe 4th of July. And stay tuned. Jim's Holies and Coleus. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys. We're getting close to 10,000. I have about 7,500 subscribers. I'm hoping to get 10,000 subscribers soon. Every day, my channel grows more and more. And it's you guys that keep me going. So thank you very much and enjoy your summer. See you in another week or two. Take care, everyone.